What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Branded Dude here. We have a new replay and this time we're going up against Ryzeal Heraldry. I'm not sure I'm saying the second word right, but it's the Heraldry, Heralds, Heraldics, I don't know, something. It's called something like that, but we are playing against this variant of Ryzeal. Basically the Heraldry monsters, they're all level 4s and they have a crazy spell such as this one where it just reborns reborns level 4 bodies and he can immediately XC summon. So yeah, it is interesting build. So let's see how we do. We are going second year and we open Forlos, Albaz, Mag, Red and Shrouded. Forlos, good for us to draw here. Opponent opens draw Heraldry, Art, Star, Tachyon and X Ryzeal. So yeah, he has access to his Ryzeal engine and soon he will have access to the Heraldry. So you'll see how it goes. So we are going first. We don't draw full loss because one, I don't know what I'm going up against. I need to see whether it's actually a deck that summons a lot from the especially summons a lot from the deck or extra deck. So we just see, okay, cool, we see it's X Ryzeal. X Ryzeal summons himself by sending number 18 Heraldry Patriarch. Main effect here is if this card is sent grave, you can Foolish Barrow 2 Heraldic Beast from your grave, deck to grave. So that's the main effect there. Channeling 1, channeling 2, X will get the search for sword. Send opponent sends 2 Heraldic Beast Leos. No triggers in the graveyard when this is resolved. Hold up, I lied. When this card is sent to grave, add 1 Heraldic Beast. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So he's gonna get a search there. Searches for Heraldic Beast, add Whale. Special summon sword effect here will get a search. So he searches for Ice Ryzeal, but on res I decide to drop the Forlos in case he tries to perform XC summons like he is now. Detonator, we get a draw here. Detonator to equip. He equips the Heraldic Patriarch. Now this thing, let me see, does it say you can only use this effect once? No, yeah, so if this card is sent to grave again, you can send 2 more. That's crazy. Special summon Star by detaching Patriarch, but doesn't only triggers Star to set the field spell. 7 Tachyon searching for Ice Ryzeal, and then obviously he's going to show the Masquerade. Cool. Normal summon the Whale. Whale on summon will discard a card and add 2 Heraldic spells. So he adds 2 advanced Heraldry arts. So I'm assuming these are the only spells for the Heraldic monsters that he plays. And then he overlays, goes into the, unfortunately he is playing the Protoss Lock, so it goes into Banshee. We get a draw there, draw Serenia. Detaches, adds Nemesis Flag. So we are going to get, unfortunately, we're going to get Protoss Locked here, which is kind of rough. Special summon Ice, sending Banshee. Field spell, shuffle back Ice, and Star to draw. Draws into Crossout. Whale here is banishing itself to basically reborn both the Leos and perform an XC summon, right? You can target to special summon them. Oh no, but it just locks him into only summoning Xyz monsters. Cool. Now he has a target to summon Flag. Flag here will get the search. Cannot stop this, so we are going to get hit with a Dark Lock. Lock out of Dark, So here I decide to go Serenia. One reason is because I kind of want to reduce how many monsters my opponent is able to banish from the graveyard to summon Protoss, but also I kind of wanted to see if I could force out this Ryzeal Cross Negate. For some reason, sure, if I started with Magnamut, there's a good chance I could force a Ryzeal Cross Negate here, and most probably a Detonator Pop, but yeah, I decided first to start off with Serenia in case my opponent had something to stop Serenia first, then we just follow up with Mag. But yeah, no, we just banished the Patriarch. Opponent overlays again, goes into Daenerys. We get a draw here, draw into High Spirits. Daenerys here to draw 2, so he draws into Ash Blossom and the Whale and discards Whale, but yeah, he drew into Ash Blossom, which is crazy. And now here I believe, yeah, it goes Heraldic Art, summon both Leos and then perform XC summon, goes into the Photon Blast Dragon. So now his monsters, basically he's high at 2000 or more attack monsters cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Gives us a draw, we draw into Tragedy there. Banishes 3, summons the Protoss, and unfortunately he's going to go Protoss, Banshee first to summon himself, then go Protoss Lock, calling Dark. So yeah, Serena gets destroyed, triggers effect, no response here, so we send Retribution. Set the cross out and pass turn. So he has Detonator to pop 2, pop 1 if he uses the field spell. This one's basically target and pop protection. Protoss Lock will kind out summon dark monsters. Cross out, I don't know what he's going to cross out, but he also has Ash and he has draw. So yeah, we're locked out of dark. We draw for turn, we draw into Bestial Rebellion. Now, being in this position, I decided not to use High Spirits pretty early because, you know, Retribution's in graveyard. We don't really need to do anything here. So I go straight to main phase, send Brand of Fusion, draw into kits, and unfortunately opponent does drop the draw. Here on draw, I was thinking of whether I should use High Spirits here. But the thing is, obviously we have to do a Detonator, cannot summon Dark Monsters. So, I don't know. I decided, you know what, because Brand of Fusion is already there, the fusion monsters we can potentially go into is 1, Rebellion. Next would be Quiritus, sorry. Next would be, what's his name? Chaos Star Source Dragon. Those are the only lights I play. There is, what's his name? Lad. Lad is also considered light, but yeah, those are the only 4 light monsters we can potentially go into. So yeah, I decided not to use High Spirits. The reason why is because if Brand of Fusion fails, we kind of need to set our board, and before Protoss calls a lock again, maybe we can use High Spirits and Brand of Red, you know, during our opponent's turn in this situation. So Retribution at Fusion, activate Fusion, gets hit with Ash Blossom, which was kind of devastating to see here. Draw and Ash, that's crazy. So we don't do too much here. We just activate Fusion deployment. I summon Khadija, just so Khadija is on the field. I set Tragedy, set High Spirits, and set Branded in Red. And yeah, here obviously Branded Red doesn't have a target, but you know, we just set all of it and we simply pass turn. Don't end a battle phase or anything. This, I don't think you can get him a search, but yeah, his board is kind of full, so let's see what he'll do. Main phase 1, overlay is going to Eclipse Twin. Here I decide not to do anything yet. Opponent goes Protoss again, calling Dark. Sure, I could have tried to go into, what's its name? Chimera tried to pop, but you know, the field spell was an issue to deal with. So he calls Dark there. This doesn't, I believe Tragedy doesn't get destroyed. Let me see. Protoss says declare 1, destroy all monsters in the field with that attribute. Yeah, I don't think Protoss destroys the face down. It has to be a face up monster, I guess, unless, yeah, I believe it doesn't destroy Tragedy. Eclipse Twin, tried to attack twice in the battle phase. End of main, I decide to go Cartesia. Opponent here, since he had no response, I go Chainlink to High Spirits here. No response, send Owlbears, Titans, add Mercuria. The reason why we add Mercuria is just, if we're going to resolve Branded Red, we can just banish Mercuria, get an extra search there. Now on res, Cartesia gets negated by the field spell. Still end of main, I decide to go Branded Red, target Owlbears. And then here, opponent goes Detonator, target Cartesia to pop. Totally cool, add Owlbears. And here I decide, okay, we need to kind of survive here. Remember, we are locked out of dark again because I kind of waited a bit too late with this. So it's either Rebellion, Quiritus, or we can go into Chaos Star Source as well. But the thing is, Chaos Star Source, opponent has Photon Blast Dragon, so it's not going to help us there. So I decide to go for Quiritus just to make all these monsters attack 0. So we banish Owlbears and Tragedy. Go into Quiritus, on res, Chainlink 1 Tragedy, and I get a search first, and then opponent tries to enter battle phase again. Okay, no, he goes to field spell first, trying to get a draw here. Draws into the draw, and then end of main here I go Quiritus, so none of these monsters can get over Quiritus. Main phase 2, pass, end phase Titan. Obviously, yeah, for some reason my opponent just scooped there because I guess one, we have Quiritus. I'm not sure. Detonator didn't have any material, so it was dead. Titan declared, we're probably gonna summon Quem effect just to dump something. Cartesia add herself to hand, and I think from there we'll just be able to combo off a little bit better, but obviously just still locked out of dark. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem because Quiritus just makes his monster attack 0, and we'll be able to clear off his board a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah, he just ended up conceding game number 1. Kind of weird, but okay, cool. I guess he had nothing there. Game number 2, we open Thrust, Kit, Aluba, Deployment, and Tragedy. So here, going game 2, obviously I expected my opponent to go first. I would have kept in the Forlos, Perulia, because we are going up against Ryzeal, 2 Lightning Storms, and also Droll. I would have sided in Droll as well, but yeah, we don't see any of them. I think I had a total of 11 sided cards. So yeah, we didn't see a single one of them. Opponent opens Talents, Imperm, Tachyon, Flag, and Droll. So yeah, Tachyon here, searching for X was, and then he's basically going to do sort of the same combo. X, send this Patriarch, search for sword, dump 2 Leos. Leos, search for the whale. And then he's going to special summon sword from hand. Sword, search for eyes. Oh, so star Ryzeal. Overlay, go into duel drive, summon sword, set the field spell. Then normal summon the whale, which is going to get him as the spell. Dumps the talent, searches for both of the heraldry art. Heraldry art, summon, overlay, Dugaris to draw. Draws into ice and the 7 Tachyon there, I believe. Was it 7 Tachyon? Yeah. And then he overlays, overlays both these level 4s into Detonator attached to Patriarch. And then he's going to go dual drive to search for eyes, and he's going to search for node, searches for node. Then summon node, sending Dugaris, node, Dugaris send, summon sword, and then here he's going to overlay, going to Photon, Star Leech, Dragon. Whale Effecture, reborn 2 level 4 bodies, and then Nemesis will be able to summon itself. And then Nemesis get the search. Protoss, he's going to overlay here, going to, so he goes into the Ragnar Ryzeal, but the reason why he just needed another attribute for Protoss to summon itself. Banishes those. Protoss Cold Light. This time he calls Light. He calls Light here with Protoss instead. Yeah, because I guess Crisis was an issue for him, so he doesn't want that happening again. Field spell, shuffle back, draw into another sword, go heraldry again, which is not even once per turn, and then here it goes, overlays into Baguska, which is crazy. Past this turn, so we have Baguska, draw, and the field spell to deal with. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and Protoss locking us out of light. So we draw for turn, we draw Bestial Rebellion. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't draw something that can get us out of Baguska lock, get hits with draw, and then here. So Luba's dead, fusion deployment's not going to get us anywhere, and yeah, we're pretty much not going to be able to do something here, so I just scoop. Sure, I could have set a monster, keep Serenia in hand, and then Serenia will banish something to summon itself, but Detonator is an issue, field spell is still there, so yeah, we don't bother with that. Protoss is still there, so we just concede game number 2. Go to game number 3 now. We open Duster, opening Thrust, Kobai, and Serenia. Opponent opens 7 Tachyon, Heraldry Art, Ext, Beast, and Star Ryzeal. So no hand traps, but yeah. I decided to keep Harpies. Now, obviously, I was going first, but I decided to keep Harpies because I was like, you know what, I might need a back row removal, maybe. So I'm gonna just keep this in. Obviously, I did side in the D barrier. I kept in the different dimension ground as well, because we saw how opponents, the cards that he was playing, they kind of have to end up going to the graveyard quite a bit. What else? I think I didn't put Masquerade in, I don't think so. And the Mochamis were obviously taken out. I did keep in draw as well, so I kept in this Harpy's Feather Duster because there was nothing better for me to swap it out for. But it's a board back row remover, so we're going to keep it. Draw phase, we're going to go opening because we've been hit with draw quite a bit, so yeah, we're playing around that. Chaining 1 Aluba, chaining 2 Serenia. No response here. Dump Retribution, add Fusion. Fusion, we have a Kobai if he had Ash, but no Ash here, so we're going to Albion. Now with Albion, I go Chaining to Retribution because I need to discard a card. At the side, I would discard Opening because 1, I want to keep Harpies in case I will need it in turn 3, turn 4, whatever. This one, Thrust, never know, maybe as Nibiru or something, so we want to keep this live. And Kobai is Kobai, so go add Opening, banish those, Rebellion here will discard, Opening, shuffle back, going to Merjade, and then summon Bestial Rebellion. Bestial Rebellion here, I decided to place Lost just to hopefully get that search. Set Kobai, proceed to end phase Albion will set Banishment, so we have a line for Lad, and we'll pass turn. Opponent draws into Emperor, standby phase, we activate Banishment, summoning out Lad pretty early because we just want to stop as many cards now as possible. Last here will search for Mercury as a monster negate. Now here, opponent summons Ext, sending the Patriarch, and here is going to go Chainlink 1 Patriarch, Chainlink 2 X Ryzeal, so we're going to go mandatory Lad here, and then we also go Kobai on Patriarch because I want to stop him from getting those 2 level 4 bodies in the graveyard. So yeah, Kobai that, Ext is negated, 7 Tachyon gets negated, normal summon Leo, nothing here, going to Excite on Knight. Excite on Knight here, effect here, we can obviously go Chainlink 2 Lad here, but yeah, we don't go Merjade. On res, Beast will trigger. This will also trigger, but obviously doesn't get negated. But yeah, search for Heraldic Beast Griffin. Cool, a new card we've seen. Excite on Knight here again. that will trigger mandatory, and then we just protect with opening. Everything else gets destroyed. Summon Beast Griffin by sending the whale to grave. And then here, I think, yeah, we don't use Mirror Jade yet. I decide to hold on to it. Opponent goes Art, so he's going to summon 2 level 4 bodies and then overlay. He goes off into Baguska. Yeah, so he's playing safe now. Baguska, nothing we can do to out it yet, but in the end phase, we are going to go Mirror Jade effect. Sending, I think we sent we sent Albion. Now, obviously, opponent was saying I can't activate Mirror Jade on the Baguska, but Baguska here just says that basically also negate activated effects of monsters that were in defense position when that effect activates. So yeah, just negates the effect, doesn't say you can't activate anything. So moving on, we sent Albion Effectual will search. We search for branded in red, yeah, because we have a Luba there, and in case, you know, as that's the other branded spell, good spell I can add to hand. Draw for turn, draw Shrouded. Shrouded here will send an opening just to protect our fusions. Draw into another copy of opening. And then here, I think we got opening next. No, we set branded in red and pass. We keep the cards. And I decided not to use Duster because I was like, there's no way this card is like something crazy. Like, you know, maybe it's another Heraldry Art or, you know, I guess an imperm there. But I decided not to use it. So cool here. Now we're going standby phase. Detach main phase. One opponent activates imperm, stopping Mirror Jade first. We don't chain Mirror Jade there, yeah, because Baguska is still in defense, so we decide to hold on to it. Summon Star Ryzeal there will set the field spell on res of Star Ryzeal. I decide to go branded in red, but first we're going to go opening, send Titan, then go branded in red, target a Luba. Here I was taking a chance because we were banishing all of these monsters to go into the Chimera, and it's good that I banished Mercuria because Ash Blossom would have negated Chimera if I didn't. So Chainlink 1 Chimera, Chainlink 2 Merc. Search for kits as a way to add back the whatever. Yeah, basically the brand fusion, and then Chimera here we're going to draw 1 and pop 2. So we draw into Quem, and we decide to pop Star Ryzeal and the field spell, get rid of those because he has no other level 4 bodies on the field. And this was a huge risk because I was afraid this card in his hand might be a what's the name, another level 4 body. Did he normal summon Star Ryzeal? I kind of forgot. I think he just summoned it. Yeah, he summoned it by detaching from Baguska. So yeah, we do this, stop him any level 4 plays, and our opponent here decides to concede. So yeah, he had no plays. I guess it's fair. Nothing he do that will be helpful here. Anything here? Yeah, nothing. I mean, he could go Beast. Oh yeah, but it has to target 2. It has to target 2 there, so never mind. So yeah, I guess he should have. Yeah, doesn't really matter. But once we have Chimera here, we have plenty. Aluba, Kit, Quam. Yeah, I think it will be fine there. So yeah, and we also did send Titan Clad in phase. So Titan, if doesn't get Ash, we just summon Albaz, fuse away into Mirror Jade is banished. So who knows? There is a light there. Most probably going to Albion. Albion going to Chaos Starsos, pop the field, open up the board. So yeah, I think we would have been fine there. So yeah, guys, that was the duel. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.